How are we doing today, guys? Question the quote here. We have a pretty interesting topic for you today.
Pretty good one.
It's basically qualifying women, or getting women to qualify for you, more specifically.
Exactly.
In today's society, I'd say men have to qualify for the women, or they've made it that way.
Right.
Where we're going to try and flip the script on that and get women to have to qualify themselves for you.
Exactly.
Right.
So we're gonna jump in some, key simple tricks you can use, guys, to kind of flip the script. So we'll jump into it. All right, gentlemen, jumping into part number 1. We're gonna go over some key, tips and tricks, if you will, on how to make a woman chase you and qualify for you. So jumping into it, my favorite thing to do is to, over-sexualize what she says. So this can come in form of like some light teasing or banter. Maybe it's in conversation. If she says something that could be an innuendo, kind of amplify it and say, hey, at least buy me dinner first. It's definitely key in today's society to make women out that it's a man to woman, conversation.
Yeah, and what they're trying to do is, well, not trying. What's happening in society today is basically they're like men and women are equal on all aspects of life, right? Where, there are times where men are better at something than women, and women are better at something than men. But when it comes to men-women relationships, it's 90% of the time it's from sexual attraction. So what we're saying basically is you want to make it seem like when you're throwing out these sexual innuendos, or when she's saying something like that, you're solidifying that, yes, I'm a man, yes, you're a woman, and there's an attraction there. I'm not here to be your friend, right?
Exactly, yeah. And I think definitely amplifying it on her part. You can say cheesy innuendos yourself, but it's when, the words come out of her mouth and you kind of twist it in a way. That's when she's like, oh no, she'll be kind of taking a step back and have to prove herself and, try and act like she's not over-sexualizing everything.
And so where this ties in for being qualified as a woman, or a woman qualifying for you, would you say, or we would say, that it's, depending on how she reacts, she may have that social conditioning that, Me Too movement, or time's up, whatever the other one that they say. That's where you're like, okay, well, this girl obviously has been conditioned in such a social way that just saying that and being attracted to her in that way has thrown her some type of red flag she sees, or something like that, which in turn should be a red flag for you, because you can vet them and you're like, okay, well, she's not going to be qualified for an LTR or anything going forward, because if she can't take something as light as that, who knows
what other issues or problems would arise just talking to her. So that's a very good trick to employ. Another thing would just be more light teasing in conversation. Poke fun at some aspect of her. Maybe if she's like a little shorter, just say like, hey, are you done growing? Like little things like that. Obviously don't be mean or anything. Just little things. Keep it lighthearted, make her laugh. But you'll find it. It really helps her try and prove yourself to you.
And you can really just disqualify her if she can't take light banter.
Exactly.
That's really what it comes down to, is understand that she has to have some type of sense of humor, especially if she can't have fun poked at her and doesn't have self-confidence enough. Who knows what else she lacks.
You probably don't want to be with her anyway, because she has probably a million insecurities if she can't even joke, lighthearted. Alright, gentlemen, so jumping into the second aspect of the video, we're going to talk about almost like using the woman's imagination against her. So, almost like making her jealous, but not actually, being over the top and saying you're with other women or anything like that. This will come in the aspect of, availability. Maybe say you're hanging out with a friend, don't disclose if it's a guy or a girl. Certain aspects like that, guys, and it'll just make her think you have a lot of different options, and that'll be the second part of the video. And
so what kind of we're getting at is, you don't want to be like, you don't want to look like a douche where you're like, oh, well, I have other options, I have this, I have that, but you do want to give off the impression, and if you are a high valued male, or that you are a high valued male, and if you are, she's already going to understand that, oh shoot, I need to be on my A game, because this dude sure has options. He has to have options.
She'll be almost like more pressured to try and lock you down. She'll, display her sexual agency even more, guys, because she will see you as higher value, and she'll say, oh, I need to get on this faster and work a little bit harder.
And what you want to do is have her believe that you're the best she's going to get.
Exactly.
Right? That's what you want to have her do.
Exactly.
Right? That's what kind of part 2 is about, is yes, she's going to get jealous just because girls do.
Yeah.
We're jealous beings by nature,
Yeah.
right? That's just how
humans in general are jealous beings.
So,
there's definitely like some small tips and tricks, if you will, guys, that you can employ. Whether you're at a club, if she goes to the bathroom or to grab a drink, make sure you're not just waiting for her to come back. I would always say go talk to another girl. Worst case, talk to another group of people, just so it looks like you have other options lined up and you're not just waiting like a lost puppy for her. So that would be kind of one aspect, just in a shorter term when you first meet her. Then other aspects, you can jump into, like we already said, hanging out with friends or a friend, maybe disappearing, here and there. Just make her wonder, keep her on her toes.
And another reason why you would want to do something like this is going back to the kind of the vetting of it, or having her qualify, right? If she's not cool with you being able to have a conversation with a total stranger,
right?
Think about what's going to happen in the long run,
Exactly.
which she's not cool with. Right?
Yeah,
it's going to be very controlling,
yeah.
and you don't want to have a controlling.
Exactly. Then if you notice that early on, you might be even at work, and she'll be like, "Oh, who's Ashley, or who's this?" Like, "Oh, it's my coworker." Like, people get jealous, guys, and it's important that you recognize these signs early on, whether it's to actually disqualify her or to make her chase you even more.